Welcome to Lions Live 365, and today we are breaking down the five biggest things that could stop us from winning the division for the third straight time. And number one, we're going to start off with the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings are a well built team. They are powered by racism. The fact that Brian Flores is not a head coach is nothing but racism. I would love for him to get a head coaching job, but he thought for some reason that the NFL is fair and that he was going to be able to get a fair shot at getting a job. That is not how it works, buddy. And the fact that he sued basically means he will never get another head coaching interview. He will never get another head coaching job. So essentially, the Vikings get to have Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores, basically giving them the best coaching staff, at the very least top three behind Andy Reid and Spagnuolo. So they have elite coaching. Then you look at the weapons. They have Jettas. They have T.J. Hawkinson. They have Aaron Jones. They have Jordan Addison. At the end of the day, they have an elite setup, especially since they fixed their offensive line. That setup is elite. You can't really poke a hole in that offense at all. But the biggest hole that they've had is the most important one is the quarterback. If JJ McCarthy is good, the league is in trouble. So let's just hope that he sucks. It seems like they can't get quarterback right, and I want that to stay that way. And number two will be if our interior offensive line sucks. If all those rookies that we drafted, if Christian Mahogany and all those other players that we drafted ends up being really trash, then it's going to be a lost season. Because essentially, we're not going to be able to run up the middle. We're not going to be able to run play action off those runs up the middle. And then we'll also have issues with interior pressure on our quarterback who really can't move. So if Christian Mahogany, Miles Frazier, and Tate Ratledge all end up being misses, and then Graham Glasgow just finds a way to be more trash than he was last year, then this season is low key over. Because at the end of the day, that's just not something that you can truly survive. Number three is going to be if Ben Johnson can turn Caleb Williams into a god. The Bears have had a good defense for a while now. Defense hasn't been the thing holding them back. It's that offense. That offense has been pitiful, pitiful, and do not allow Bears fans to try to convince you that Kellen Williams had a good rookie year. He was awful. He was awful. He turned in a bunch of, he's thrown for 70 yards in the third quarter. 50 50-yard first half, stuff like that. He was plumb awful. He was doing too much. He was inaccurate. He was bad. And the numbers do not show how bad he truly was. It was a lot of empty calories with Caleb Williams. Um and so one of the things that was driving me crazy is Bears fans trying to compare him to Jaden Daniels, who's not only has like the passing yards like over him, but like he ran the ball a lot and he was better with the ball. Even though the head to head he probably should have lost, he was much better than Caleb Williams. And to be honest, Caleb Williams was the fifth best rookie out of the people that was drafted. He just was. He had a worse season than all of them. Bo Nix had a better season. Jaden Daniels had a better season. Drake May showed better. He was in a worse situation playing better football. So for me, like if Ben Johnson could find a way to actually turn him into what they thought he could be, then they could definitely be a big threat to the entire division. The crazy thing about it, for number four, I know a lot of people would say the coordinators, but for me, it's Calvin Shepard individually. I believe John Morton has a ton of support. He has Dan Campbell, who has an offensive background. He has a passing game coordinator. He has David Shaw backing him up. There's a whole bunch of support on the offensive side. I believe the offense is definitely going to be fine, but can Calvin Shepard do what Aaron Glenn did, which is call these creative and complex defensive schemes, sometimes work with less talent than the offense gets. And that is the real question. Because I understand that he was a good linebackers coach. I understand that he was groomed, But at the end of the day, being groomed by Aaron Glenn does not make you Aaron Glenn. So at the end of the day, if we don't have something and he doesn't perform at least at the Aaron Glenn or close to the Aaron Glenn level, there's a good chance our defense could struggle. And as much as I would want that struggle to finally end, I don't know if a first time DC is going to be able to top somebody that's been doing it for 3 4 years. So that's all with number four. But number five, and the last thing that really can stop the Lions from winning the division, is injuries. If we continue to have injuries to key players, if this injury luck continues, I don't know how in the world we can do it. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's one thing to have injuries where somebody's out for 2 or 3 games, or some have an injury where it's like they can play at 70 80%. But it's very different when it's like your best players. Aiden Hutchinson cannot get hurt next year. He is majority of the pass rush. We cannot have Aiden Hutchinson hurt. Jared Goff has to stay healthy. We need the offensive line to stay very healthy because we're somewhat thin. We have a lot of bodies, but we don't have anybody that's truly proven on that interior line. So if the injuries happen to certain players in certain areas where we're kind of thin, I am a little afraid of that. But that's the only thing left that could in the division reign. And I know there are some fans of certain teams probably watching this like, hold up, you didn't mention us. And yes, if you are a Packers fan, I am not afraid of the Packers in any way, shape, or form. You are the most overrated uh team in all of football. I do not understand why people are so in love with Jordan Love. Jordan Love is not that. He will never be that. Never was that. I don't understand where it came from. At the end of the day, that man throws the most perfect spirals to the other team. It looks good. Fadeaway passes, we throwing bombs, looking like a fadeaway jumper. And how many times has he thrown that and it been a pick? He's average. He's average, and I don't know why. What people see in that man, they need to let it go. And the worst thing about it is the Packers watch that man be average, and then turn around and be like, you know what? We're gonna give you average receivers. So even in the time that he actually sits back, he drops back. Oh, I'm dropping back. Oh, we looking at the receiver. I make a perfect pass, and they drop it. That's just, it's a combination of two trash things together. It's just mwah. I love it as a Lions fan, just watching it, and people were so quick to crown that man. Like, oh, Jordan Love, the talent. Like, it's like year seven. Like, I don't care how many years he's been playing. He's been around. I don't care. They are not a threat. They will not. You can mark it down. They will not win the NFC North. They won't. This not a. That is not. That is the most overrated friend. It's the right now. I just want you to know it ain't 2010. It's not. It's 2025. Let it go. I told the Lions fans in my other video to let the past go. It's time for the Packers to let the past go. Y'all ain't that. Y'all ain't that. Y'all will never be that again. It's over. Call it a day. And with that, that ends Lions Live 365. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy what you saw today, please subscribe. Have a nice one.